Oh, the Amish donuts. Enough snow out there for them to do donuts. That's just great. It's just great. I wonder what they have to do to hit the emergency brake. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Sorry about that whole Monday thing. I don't have any control over it. If I did, we wouldn't have to deal with it. We wouldn't have to deal with it. I just got a message here. Pardon me. I'm still getting over something. Let's look into what's going on in Virginia. So I got some research to do on that. I know that Spamberger's making some moves down there, but I don't know what exactly has been going on. I'm up here in Pennsylvania. We deal with enough of our own issues. That's for sure. Be sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and all that hubbub. I'm supposed to say all that hubbub. Don't forget. So, what can you talk about nowadays if you're not talking about Minnesota? Good old Minnesota. I'm going to make a couple insights today on Minnesota that I haven't seen anywhere else. I'm sure there's other people out there that have made this point, but I'm going to make an interesting point. I think we'll take a look at that. I did see this yesterday from IRT Media, which is a good guy. If you're not following IRT Media, check him out on social media. They do good work. He's a good guy. Maybe you've seen it by now, but this is the Home Suites Hotel where the lefties were destroying it yesterday and trying to get in, and then blah 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 blah. Western. I'm sorry, I saw the word beard and I just got drawn to it. We demand more beard. I'm working on it. I'm trying. I quit shaving. Last time I shaved was yesterday, and it's back. So, it was clean shaven yesterday, and here we are again. Now it's however many inches it is long. And, that's just the way it is. It just, when you're as manly as I am, that's what happens. It just boink, just comes right back. Yeah. So this is the scene outside of a home suite yesterday that had one lone looked like an ICE agent, standing guard at the door, bleeding from his hands, his nose, and his mouth, wondering where the police are.
Getting clear at this point. It appears to be members of the media. The front entrance of the hotel has been cleared out by federal officers.
I have to say, I do the citizen journalism thing, and I don't have any issues with that. I think that's kind of where the future is going. But man, it's to me, it's kind of funny watching these guys crawl all around, giving all their updates and stuff, holding the camera while they're doing it. It's just kind of, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, but
Less people around. Entrance with those trash cans that were used by the administrators. And now,
it's good, I guess. Got to keep people informed. And this is better reporting than you're going to get on MSNBC or anywhere like that, too. So,
And anyone else other than this federal officer here?
damn good question.
Behind them, you should see somebody maybe a gas here. What's left over?
Is that loud and clear?
We're live outside the hotel where just a moment ago, federal officer deployed less lethal rounds.
Morning, HP.
Spray was here to be flashbangs as well.
It is.
Is everyone pressed?
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. Press.
This is the part I was looking for. He's asking everybody if they're all members of the press.
Okay. This officer here to the meeting for the now. Oh my God. Are you okay? Are you
I'm
okay?
fine.
Wow.
I'm
What is
fine.
that? Our police here have stated if ICE shows up, they're leaving in a bag. Where's that? Where's that at?
Everything's all right. Everything's all right.
Where's the local PD? That's my question for the press.
Okay, this officer.
Where is the local PD?
What's your message
Hear that
to the local
question?
PD, sir?
You got a federal officer asking, where is the local PD?
Where's the local PD? That's my question for the press.
Okay, this officer.
Where is the local PD?
And where are they?
What's your message to the local PD, sir?
No.
Okay, well, the mayor, Jerry Fiat,
Sir, while you're giving messages, what would your message to the protesters that want you out be? As long as you're giving
No
comment,
comment.
do you have any comment to the
Please
people that want you
back up.
out?
Back up. Please,
blood on his
finish
hand.
the drill. It's me and 30 people. Please get back.
I'm also
It's all about many.
your meeting. Can I help you?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I'm fine.
Sir, you're giving comment to the local PD. Do you have any comment to the community, to the people that want you out, to the people who are here specifically because your department is here? Do you think it's
I have nothing
worthwhile if you're going to give comment? Don't you have comment for the people of Minneapolis?
nothing to say.
That's cold. No comment I'm talking about. This is Minneapolis.
Can you tell me what happened to your nose?
No.
What made you take the actions you're taking?
Like this, there's the narrative. They shot a nurse and called him a domestic terrorist. Screw ICE. Screw Trump. That said exactly like someone who doesn't know all the facts would say it. That sounds like a bipartisan person who doesn't know all the facts. Is that what that is? It seems like that's what that might be. I don't know. We'll watch a little bit more of this real quick. So
Stay
yeah,
on that side of the road.
he's trying to keep. There's protesters in the area. He's trying to keep them back while he waits for a local PD to show up, and it seems to be taking quite a long time. Where you guys are literally on the internet and TikTok telling people to go kill ICE agents, what did you expect when they send in the military? They don't mess around and they have their own private. Yeah, that's a lot of what I'm going to talk about. Is like there's so much. Yeah, there's so much going on with that, man. Like, you saw the one story the other day about the agent, the guy's finger bit off. I mean, let me bring this one up here, and then I'm going to get into my spiel. You're not going to want to miss that. I'm gonna rant a little bit here. Let me see where we're at. Pull this up here. The narratives are interesting. Is that the one thing that I was saying earlier that everybody needs to understand is the one thing these shootings have in common is that people are getting in the way. Why is it only coming out of one? Okay, it only does it for a minute. This is Bovino talking yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
When politicians, community leaders, and some journalists engage in that heated rhetoric we keep talking about, when they make the choice to vilify law enforcement, calling law enforcement names like Gestapo or using the term kidnapping, that is a choice that is made. There are actions and consequences that come from those choices.
Yeah.
And then when someone chooses to listen to a politician, a so-called journalist, a community leader that spouted that type of vilification towards law enforcement or anything else, when you choose to listen to that, that is a choice, and there are consequences and actions there also. I think we saw that yesterday.
I don't think I have to tell you that this kind of violence is unacceptable. But I also don't think I need to tell you that this kind of violence is not a coincidence. When sanctuary politicians, activists, and the media work hard to create chaos and fear instead of using their platforms to reassure their communities, this is the result. The reality is, and this is what Commander Bovino and I have been talking about all week, we're out here to arrest dangerous criminal illegal aliens so they can't victimize innocent people in our communities anymore.
What a good idea.
Since the beginning of this operation,
what a good idea.
We've arrested over 3,004. I don't think I have to tell you that this kind of one of your family members or loved ones. Some of these criminals that we arrested yesterday are on the scene, well, these are our agitators from yesterday, if anybody wants to take a picture of these people or haven't seen them yet. The first picture was the individual who decided to bite off one of our agents' fingers.
That's just
some of the criminals we arrested yesterday: 40-year-old criminal illegal alien from Honduras convicted of assault. A 51-year-old criminal illegal alien from Laos convicted of assault also. A 45-year-old criminal illegal alien from the Ukraine convicted of first-degree robbery.
This is who the Democrats defend, guys. That's who the Democrats defend.
And a 46-year-old criminal illegal alien from Laos who was convicted of facilitating child sex crime. ICE officers and agents are out there every day arresting the worst of the worst, so law-abiding citizens in this country and in Minnesota can sleep easy at night.
What a great idea.
This work isn't about headlines. It's about public safety. Now take some questions.
Commander Bovino.
This last point he makes is good.
American citizen and does harm. That's what I'm after there. And yet we can go back and look and blame in history. Right now, my mission is to take this individual off the street. And the main point here being is this individual is in the process of being taken into custody. Agitators, rioters, and anarchists prevented us from taking this individual into custody because of a very, very chaotic scene. This individual should be in custody right now.
Yeah, he should
not
be
out on the streets preying on Americans. That
good job, guys.
That is the story that is most poignant here.
I'm. Oh no! Don't. We can't listen to Obama talk about it. Oh no! Nah, we know all the facts, and they're right. They murdered that nurse. When does personal responsibility ever enter into the conversation? I've never been shot by ICE. You know why? Because I don't get involved in their stuff. I'm not going to put myself in the middle of it. People out there saying he was carrying a gun illegally. No, he wasn't carrying a gun legally. We'll get there too. Let's listen to Obama real quick from 2013, talk about illegal immigration for 40 seconds, and then we'll get back to that.
The President of the United States, I'm not the Emperor of the United States. My job is to execute laws that are passed. And Congress right now has not changed what I consider to be a broken immigration system. And what that means is that we have certain obligations to enforce the laws that are in place, even if we think that in many cases the results may be tragic.
Wow.
There are
what
going to
an
be
idea.
some stories that break our hearts.
Yeah.
And more importantly, we're going to continue to have an economy that is stifled by a really inefficient system where not only are we deporting folks, but we also have a legal immigration system that is so bottlenecked that it forces sometimes people into the illegal system.
Interesting.
When politics
Crazy. What a crazy idea. Facts are the officer mishandled the firearm and went off and they killed that dude. I mean, it seems to be, the case that firearm went off, and that would have been the what triggered all the, no pun intended, what triggered all the gunfire after that. When is he going to be held responsible for putting himself in that position? When is he going to be held responsible for that? Does that not matter? That doesn't count. Doesn't matter if he didn't listen to the officers. Doesn't matter if he goes out there and just doesn't matter. Personal responsibility doesn't matter. Yeah, he's fine. It's okay that he was in the middle, put himself in the middle of that position. It was weird. All those other people on the street that didn't put themselves in that position didn't get canceled, didn't get shot. This is the hotel that I was just showing you where that officer was at. This is that hotel last night before that. They kind of break into the hotel because they believe ICE agents are there. Now they did this at a couple other hotels too, and they were wrong. Go figure. Their intel was wrong. That's amazing. Crazy how their intel was wrong. Yeah, firearm went off and they ended up killing that guy. Yep, that's what happened. Yep, justifiable shooting again. Another justifiable shooting, driven into existence by these politicians and stuff that keep pushing all this hate. They want chaos, especially with all the stuff that's going on in Minnesota with all the fraud and everything. They gotta turn ICE into the enemy. They gotta make it seem like they're the Gestapo. I mean, let me give you a heads up. Alex wasn't shot because he took a gun to a protest. He wasn't shot because he tried to help a woman. He was shot because he chose to impede federal agents conducting legal business. That's why he was shot. That's the only reason he ended up getting shot. All the small things that happened, the circumstances that presented themselves after he put himself in the middle of that, don't much matter. He wouldn't have been in that position had he not made those choices. He was out in the road. He was out there trying to direct traffic and not listen to the officers. I did see this video, which I can't verify if it's, I just saw it this morning. I can't really verify it, and it's going to be a little small on the screen. I'll have to post it. But this video here comes from right before the incident, when a car was driving by, they were filming, and they caught him arguing with an officer. The officer was trying to get him out of the street because he was out there trying to direct traffic as if he has some authority. That's part of that sickness where you think that, you got to get involved. So there's this video here. I'm going to put full screen of it. It'll help or not. But watch his left hand. Left hand disappears behind, and then it comes back out. And I don't know. I mean, what's that look like to you? I don't know. I don't know if that's there. I don't know if that's AI. I don't know if that, you can't tell anymore, right? It's almost impossible to tell. You can have the video there. You can see what appears to be a pistol in that guy's left hand. Is it a pistol? I don't know. You can't tell from the video. You got to wait. You got to hold and wait and see. If you're on the side, if you're on the left and you believe you're one of these saps who believe that ICE is the Gestapo, then you're gonna just believe he got murdered no matter what. But I don't know, man. This video is kind of odd. Looks like, you know, that because originally they said he approached them with a firearm. They didn't say out or anything. They just said with the firearm, right? So I don't know. It just seems like I don't know. I don't know what that is. It could be the side of his coat for all I know. I don't know. But you know what? I'm willing to say I don't know. I'm willing to say, you know what? I don't know what that is. It could be anything. It could be a gun. It could not be a gun. Could be, I don't know. It certainly appears to be a gun. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. Again, I don't know, guys. That's the problem with the way things are today. You can see a video and you're still not sure. It's almost impossible. I mean, it's not normal. It's not normal. The whole thing's not normal, but why is it so hard for us as a society to understand that it's not normal for people to put them between officers and the people they're trying to arrest? Why is it seen as normal to go out there and impede officers and blow whistles and give them all kinds of distractions that could, number one, it makes their job more dangerous, that's for sure. They got to worry about these whistle-blowing weirdos rolling around all over the place. You don't know. All these people have been fed these lies about the Gestapo and Trump's Hitler and all this other stuff going on. So they're already geared up. They're already primed. They're never going to believe anything that they hear that comes out that seems reasonable. They won't, because it goes against the group's narrative. It's not their narrative. It's the group's narrative. See, when they joined their little group, whatever group that is, they gave up their individual opinions. They gave up their individuality and they assumed the group identity, which means they have to support whatever the group says, which also makes it much easier to control a population. Hey guys, you're all white. You're all white, so you're in this group here. I'm like, no, I'm not in that group just because I'm white. Get away from me. But that's what they do. They put you in this group. You're white. You guys are in the white group. See that group over there, that black group? They want to hurt you guys. They're your enemies. You got to be enemies with that group. And so then the two groups start to be enemies. Meanwhile, there might be people within those groups that are friends with each other and totally get along and whatever, but group think. It's what happens when you lose the ability to think critically. It's what happens when people don't use reason anymore. It makes it a lot easier when we don't have civics in class anymore. But I don't know, man. I mean, this video here looks like, looks like his hand disappears behind his back when he's getting pushed by an officer, and then his hand reappears, and it certainly looks like he's holding a pistol. I can't say for sure. But I mean, that's certainly what it looks like. It's what it looks like to me. I'm not going to sit here and say, yes, that's absolutely a pistol in his hand, because I can't get into all those details. I wasn't there. I didn't see it firsthand. I don't know the drama that surrounded that situation and all that stuff. So I'm going to respectfully stand back and wait for the results of investigations. Do I trust the government? No, not really. But I'm still going to have to wait for investigations, because you know what? I don't have my own crime scene investigating team here. And I'm not an expert. Oh, go figure. You don't hear anyone say that online anymore. I am not an expert. But I can tell you one thing. He wouldn't be in that position if he didn't put himself there. Renee Good wouldn't have been in that position if she didn't put herself there. And people are asking, like, why did that man have 3 clips of ammunition or mags, and why was he coordinating with the literal underground communication network? I don't know. These are good questions. Trump wants a civil war to distract from the Epstein files. tell you what, man, no one really cares about the Epstein files. Honestly, no one really cares about those. I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about those, but we all know we're not ever going to really see the truth from that, guys. So, has ICE had any problems like this in other states? How come they haven't had any problems like this while arresting people in other states? Georgia, California, Illinois, North Carolina, Arizona, Texas, Florida, Virginia, New York. Why do you suppose they're having such a big problem in Minnesota? Because it is drastically worse in Minnesota. I mean, you have to admit, right? I mean, you don't see any of these news reports coming out of other states. I think there's only one reason. I'm pretty sure there's only one reason, guys. It's to prevent or impede or delay fraud investigations. It's to deflect from the fraud investigations and the fraud going on in Minnesota. All that reaches all the way up to the governor's office. So we hear, if you're paying attention. Local politicians are told to walk right up to the edge of the line when talking to their constituents. They tell them to put their quote unquote bodies on the line. They tell them to put their bodies on the line. That one go. Yeah, I swore I had that clip. Oh, there we go. This is Minnesota Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan. Peggy Flanagan. Oops, I'm supposed to share that. I'm not supposed to share that. We'll get there, guys. It's a work in progress.
If you are sick and tired of your government being ransacked by Donald Trump and his minions, literally taking away healthcare from your neighbors, stealing food off of the table from seniors and children, and generally being uncool with the fact that our neighbors are being disappeared, P.S. without due process, it is just
disappeared.
called kidnapping, then show up and use your voice, put your body on the line, and use nonviolent direct action, which is one of the most important tools in our toolbox to say, I am not okay. I will not go silently into the night. I will join arms with my friends, with my neighbors.
Gee, I wonder if she's involved in the
generally
fraud.
believe that folks should be able to afford their lives, should be treated with dignity and as human beings. Then we need to see you there. If you are sick,
If you want to treat
tired
people
of
with
your
dignity and
government being
like human
ransacked by
beings,
Donald
maybe you
Trump
should
and
do that
his
with us, and you could show how honest you are. Christian MAGA cheering for and excusing murder. Bovino is wrong. There is no punishment for free speech. Okay, yeah, I agree. There is no punishment for free speech, but that's not what was happening in that video. Free speech isn't what? Why is it so hard for these? Free speech is not what was happening in that video. This idiot was out in the street trying to direct traffic, trying to take charge, trying to run the show. They pushed him off to the side. It appeared like he pulled a pistol out. I don't know. But this had nothing to do with free speech. If you think this had something to do with free speech, you should probably read the Constitution again. That'd be a good place to start. What do we got here? People do care. Oh, go super chat. Hey there. People do care about the Epstein files, and it's not just Americans. All of the higher ups are involved, and it's why this is still being pushed. I mean, I agree. Don't get me wrong. I agree. I would love for the files to come out. I would love for people to face consequences. I would love for that to happen. But if you look at where the files have been all over the place, guys. They've been all over the place. They've been in the Republicans' hands. They've been in the Democrats' hands. They've been in the Republicans' hands. Anyone of any power that was in those papers or in those files is not in those files anymore. You have to understand that. Like, there's still people that, yes, there's still people in there that will get blamed and whatever. But we're not going to really see any results from this. It's been too long. It's just, we all understand that, I hope. So while, don't misconstrue it. While I say I don't care about the Epstein files, I do care about the Epstein files. I just know we're not going to ever really see any results from the Epstein files. No one's going to know. We're not ever going to be like, oh, there's the black book. There it is right there. We're good to go now. There's some more mostly peaceful protesters attacking ICE agents. This is.
Get back! Get back! Get back! Get back! What the fuck is wrong with you, asshole? You motherfuckers! You motherfuckers!
That looks like an ICE agent on the ground getting attacked to me. I don't know. I didn't think that happened. This is a stupid narrative, guys. It's a stupid narrative. Wake up. Man, do just a little bit of research, just a little tiny bit, man. What this is the problem with Americans is we just hear that first narrative and we commit to it. That's it. You can't tell us any news stories. Nope, nothing new to see here. I heard the narrative. Same thing with J6. I heard the narrative. Cops died on J6 defending the Capitol like heroes. They still believe it, and you can't tell them anything different. ICE didn't murder a law-abiding citizen for owning a gun. He was caught because he chose to impede federal agents conducting legal business. He did so while illegally carrying a firearm. Yes. Yeah, he had a permit. He had a permit, but you would know better if you did a little bit of research. You would know that in Minnesota, you have to carry your permit and your license with you. Otherwise, you are carrying illegally. I agree. It's a difficult situation because, man, it's not hard for these foolish people out here to say, oh, it's just like the Gestapo, it's just like Trump, it's just like this, it's just like that. And then you get people like this lady, you get people riled up like this ridiculous woman who feels this way and would do these things.
Around how fucking angry I am. And every MAGA, I want to punch you in the fucking face. I want to beat you up until you are on the ground. I want to curb stomp the shit out of you. If you voted for Donald Trump, come tell me in the comments. I'm going to find where you fucking live. I'm going to beat up your whole fucking family. If you have a 5-year-old kid, I'm going to pick them off too. I fucking hate you guys. You're choosing violence. You're choosing war instead of peace on American streets. And you destroyed the fucking country because you're so fucking racist. I hate every fucking one of you. Around how fucking angry I am. And every MAGA.
A very pleasant lady. F anyone against ICE. Keep acting up, you are going to jail if you act like animals like the protesters in Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah, no S people are in the way. There is military invading their state. Holy shit, people. The ICE is chaos and fear. It's not military. ICE is not the military. This is what I'm talking about. ICE is not the military. I know they have the camo pants on and stuff. So the people that don't know anything about guns or military or self-defense or even being an alpha male, they all assume that that's the military. But it's not the military. They're not invading your cities. They're coming in to do a job that is now necessary because of the clown in office prior to this administration. So it's going to be ugly out there. It's going to get ugly. As a matter of fact, it's going to get worse. There will be more attacks on ICE agents. There absolutely will be. Sadly, most of those are going to come as a cheap shot from a blind side when people aren't ready for it. Those things are going to happen. And when those things happen or continue to happen, you can't blame MAGA for that. You can't blame Trump for that. You can't, because he's doing a job that needs to be done. It's the medicine that we all need to take. If you can't handle the medicine, stay sick. Go and live in California and stay sick. It's the medicine that we need to take. And if you can't handle it, I don't know what to tell you, but we can't continue on the way we are. We have to remove these people from our country. We have to.
See, I've been fully activated. I'm going to head back east. We need to go to DC. Shit needs to get done. Here's the thing that I need for protesters and everyone to start realizing, okay? We're at war. The protests are over. There's no more protesting. This is combat now. So when I come onto the field, I'm not screaming at people that are going,
can't say I'm worried,
to assault me or pepper spray me. Like, no, this is combat. I'm going to engage them in combat because we have shit that needs to be done. This is how we get shit done. Okay? We're not protesting anymore. We're fighting. You understand? Like, I need for you to stop with the signs.
I need for you to understand,
and
too.
I need for you to get
this is where they're coming
shields
from.
and swords of the pew-pew kind. Like, I need for you to wake the fuck up. We're at war. It's wartime. It's time to go to war. You know how your military father or your military friends were always telling you freedom isn't free? Like, you're about to find out. Like, you're about to get it. So figure it fucking out. Stop protesting. It's fight time. Okay? I'll see you there.
It's fight time, guys. It's fight time. Trump must go. These J6ers running around our streets is wrong. They are terrorizing our people. We are ready to take up arms to protect our neighbors. Every one of us are vets. 80% of us are 11 Bravo. 11 Bravo's infantry, for those that don't know. Trump must go. Yeah, that'll happen in the next election. Suck it up. These J6ers running around our streets is wrong. So you believe the narrative that all the ICE agents are all J6ers. That's where we're at. That's what you're going to go with. Ready to take up arms to protect your neighbors. You mean, when you say neighbors, do you mean illegal aliens? Because ICE isn't coming after your neighbors. They're coming after the illegal aliens. Those are not your neighbors. They're invaders. All the MAGAs support a PDF president. Who is this clown wishing ICE in the UK? Well, there was someone in a comment earlier that mentioned that. And yeah, it probably wouldn't be a good idea since your country's going down the tubes and your leadership doesn't care about you. Your leadership's arresting you for complaining. I don't know how anyone can think that after the previous administration. Just honestly, I don't know how you can think that this is the biggest bullshit administration in history. That's remarkable. And then you got, well, you have government in Minnesota involved in these chats that they found. The ones that are
too so long you don't.
Oh, here's an old guy with an earring. He's probably got something profound to say. I'm sure of it.
Problem with you stupid fucking MAGA.
Oh, there we go. He got right off to it. Right off to it. The problem. Let me tell you what the problem with you guys are. Let me tell you what the problem with the whole group of millions of people are. Let me paint with a wide brush, because that's what the group I belong to paints with.
Problem with you stupid fucking MAGA idiots is that you've been lied to so long you don't even know who actually fucked this country up. You've been convinced that Democrats cause homelessness, mass incarceration, job loss, and urban decay, when almost every single one of those disasters was engineered under Republican administrations. Hey, I remember Reagan. Some of us actually fucking remember
Reagan slashed mental health funding and dumped people onto the streets. That's where modern homelessness exploded. Not Democrats, Reagan. Then he gutted unions, crushed wages, and told corporations to do whatever the fuck they wanted. That's why one income used to support a family, and now two jobs don't even cover fucking rent. Mass incarceration, that wasn't some woke college project. That was a Republican law and order obsession.
What? You mean like Joe Biden's crime bill? Oh, it's nonsense. Nonsense. It doesn't matter what you say, as long as you look like you know what you're talking about. Trump has been found guilty of 34 felonies and is only gathering more, by the way. 34 felonies. Do you know the I'm so sick of going over the same old crap. The 34 felonies, do you know where they came from? 34 different ledger entries that they decided to charge each as its own. So they changed the law to make it so they could still charge them. No one ever been charged with those crimes in New York City ever. The banks didn't even want them charged with it. Good job, buddy. You're really on top of things. Give me a break, man. If the local police were controlling the crowds like they're supposed to assist ICE, none of that would have happened. So I blame the governor for those deaths. They're not doing anything to help ICE. Agreed. ICE is not trained for crowd control, guys. You got local politicians being told to walk right up to that line, right up to the edge, telling people, oh, yeah, we got to protect ourselves against these invaders. These invaders, guys. Oops. Got to control the invaders. That's supposed to be us, I guess. I just want everybody to know, just in case you were wondering, everybody. I have been marked safe from being shot by ICE because I'm not fucking retarded. It's pretty self-explanatory. Pretty self-explanatory. We can go over the shooting and everything, but when it comes down to it, see, you guys get mixed up. The left is going to get mixed up in all the little details and all the little this and that. Bottom line is, he shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have put himself in that position. Why is he not held responsible for any of this? Whatever happened to personal responsibility? And then you have this city council member in Pittsburgh, Bethany Hollum, who's she's just not a good person. I'm an abolitionist. We are beyond just accepting the abolition of ICE. Publish all their names and photos. Shame them everywhere they go. Never let them experience a single moment of peace. This is a government official. And I saw this video earlier, and I'm like, you know what? Based on this dude's beard, I was like, oh, this is gonna be, I don't know.
This is a reminder that the protests over ICE in Minnesota are fake and staged. The Democrats do this every election cycle. We had BLM in 2020, then it was pro-Palestinian protests in 2024, and trans rights. Now it's illegal immigrants. They pick a victimhood group, right? And they form a wedge issue with it. Don Lemon did not just materialize out of nowhere in a Minnesota church. Okay, he was sent there by his handlers to provoke Trump into invoking the Insurrection Act, which is what they want, to be able to call him an authoritarian and a dictator until the midterm elections. And then they will forget about the illegal immigrants, just like they forgot about black people after 2020, just like they forgot about Palestine, which seems like it was a couple months ago now, but it's totally forgotten, right? They will use you for their political ends, and then they will forget about you.
Wake up.
Keep that in mind.
Please keep that in mind. Genius comment here.
Yes. He was carrying the gun legally.
No, he wasn't. No. First sentence, you're already wrong. He wasn't carrying the gun illegally. He had a permit. We already did this once. He has a concealed carry permit, but to be carrying it legally, guess what? You're supposed to have that and your driver's license or your identification on you. Otherwise, you're carrying illegally. Why is no one asking why he brought so much ammunition and no ID? Why is there no one asking those questions? He was a nurse trying to help the woman. Yeah, okay, whatever. I guess. Just trying to help the woman.
About 24 hours from the killing of.
And you got politicians out here spinning narratives.
Thanks everybody for joining us again. We're now about 24 hours from the killing of Alex. And during that time of everything that's happened, I hope everyone's taking away a picture of a life of generosity, service oriented.
What? If you think saying no means you need to die, then you are the problem. Saying no to what? And then these comments. Keep licking their boots. You guys don't see how we see you. We see you as the puppets that you are. That's the new line, right? That's the new line. Bootlickers been out for about a week or so. Everybody says, okay, now we're going to call them bootlickers. We got to do it all together so it's more powerful.
And his life's coming into clear focus. I had the privilege of...
Oh, the hell with this guy. I don't want to watch him anyway. Tim Waltz. We got this local weatherman because, you know, it's important that we laugh once in a while.
I'm an untrained meteorologist reporting on the snow. I mean, it's in the streets. God damn. I'm an untrained meteorologist reporting on the snow. I mean, it's in the streets. God damn. I'm an untrained meteorologist reporting on the snow. I mean, it's in the streets. God damn. I'm an untrained meteorologist reporting on the snow. I mean, it's in the streets. God damn.
What's going on with my...
I'm an untrained meteorologist.
No! Stop! Stop! Yeah, so I was sitting in my living room and I saw this car behind us hit the tree. And as soon as they hit the tree, the car doors fling open and two teenagers come running out. So I run outside, grab my whistle, and I start sprinting down the block to try to find them. They're nowhere to be seen. They're running through backyards, and all of a sudden they come out. And the teenager comes and he yells for help. Help me, help me, help me. And the ICE agent ends up coming, running and tackling him in the middle of the street, pins him down, is speaking to him in Spanish, trying to get him to calm down. And then he arrests him. Awful! Absolutely awful. And for it to be happening in Minneapolis is just so heartbreaking, but also it is so unifying because I know that if there's any community that is going to show up in absolutely frigid temperatures and really give the middle finger is Minneapolis.
Yay, Minneapolis. I'm not sure what's going on with my camera here.
Oh my God! No! No! Stop! Stop!
Yeah, so I was sitting in my living room and I saw this car behind us hit the tree. And as soon as they hit the tree, the car doors fling open and two teenagers come running out. So I run outside, grab my whistle, and I start sprinting down the block to try to find them. They're nowhere to be seen. They're running through backyards, and all of a sudden they come
I
out.
guess this camera's not going to work anymore now. The heck? Come on, camera. Silly camera. All right, let me get one more video here. Let's see here. What we got? What do we got here? Oh, Glenn Beck's thing on Pam Bondi is a good it's a good video to watch real quick here. This is a good video to watch. It explains why the case to replace Pam Bondi. Give me a second.
Pam Bondi needs to be replaced right now. You can't have a country run like this. You can't. The Epstein case. Joe Biden, he handled his entire administration the way Pam Bondi has handled the Epstein case.
I got all the information on my desk right here. Like I got
it's sitting on my desk right now.
Why did you say that, Pam? And then the next day say, well, I don't have it because the FBI in New York, they won't release it. And then not send FBI to the FBI office and arrest those people that would not turn over the records that you said they were holding. Why didn't that happen? Lack of arrests for various Democratic scandals, including the Russia collusion hoax. Where's that? The Mar-a-Lago raid? We keep finding out it's worse and worse and worse, and nothing happens. How about the 2020 election fraud? A year in, you got nothing. Doge's fraud findings. Do you know how much money has been stolen from the American people? And it appears our DOJ doesn't give a flying crap. The failure to prosecute anyone involved in the Biden era weaponization of government. Everything the Twitter files exposed about what the government was doing. Where is a single arrest? How about Biden's auto pen scandal? Where the hell's that? The lies that happened under oath by the Capitol Police, proven to be lies by videotape about January 6th. What about the FBI lying about the number of agents that were actually there at January 6th? We're going to do anything about that? The lack of apparent investigations into George Soros and all of his foundations. The lack of investigations in COVID is astounding. You know how many people died? Because you all colluded. You knew this was untested. You knew it had dangers. You didn't tell us about it. Instead, you said, you have to take it. Nobody goes to jail for that. Where and when will someone pay for any of this? Justice doesn't just have to be done. It has to be seen. No serious citizen is looking for show trials. We're asking for any trials. You've had a year. You're the bottleneck. Pam Bondi should go.
Agreed. Oh, well, I guess this camera's done working for today. I don't know what happened here. Camera. It's working. It just won't come up on the screen anymore. What's going on with that? That's no good. You can't have just this screen. That looks dumb. I don't know who would go on and just have one of these screens on there. That's no good either. Where's my face? Oh, well. Yeah.
Pam.
ICE is doing their job with no problems all across the country. Yes, they're having these severe problems in Minneapolis.
Bondi needs to be replaced.
Why is that? Let me find this one here. Why is that? Put this on there. We say something on the screen then. Wake up, guys. This is all on purpose. The leftist leadership riles up the people, and the people do the dirty work. It's kind of like what they claim Trump did on January 6th, but they are actually doing it. Stop impeding ICE. Stop trying to get involved. Stop trying to stop their work. You are not heroes. You are puppets. Look around. Why are these problems only happening in Minneapolis? Why? I couldn't imagine why. Maybe it's got something to do with all the fraud that's going on out there. Maybe that. Oh, well. Guess the camera's not going to work now. That's all right. So, yeah, everybody, we got to relax a little bit. Let me see what the comments got going on here. Maybe there's something in there. We got to relax a little bit, guys. Oh, I didn't even see. Dang it. I didn't see the super chats we got here. If people did act a fool, we wouldn't have ICE worried for their safety. They know there is no support behind them if things get dangerous. Yeah, that's the truth. I'm not sure what this one is, but hey, Jewish Trump. People just shouting their crimes live. Okay. Not sure what that means. MAGA rats have room temperature IQ. That's bad on both sides. I don't even know who you're talking to. What kind of people are you? I wouldn't even call you animals. It would be an insult to them. Good job on villainizing all the people and everything. That's great. Is this true? Petty was killed and his liberal friend said, thankfully he's white. This is good for our narrative. Rest in peace. But, okay. I doubt that's true. Yeah, I agree. I agree somewhat. I think that she could definitely have done more. That's for sure. So lay off Pam Bondi. She can only do so much. Corrupt judges stopped the arrest. That's why Don Lemon isn't arrested. Judge stopped it. Yeah, I mean, I agree. But, all this stuff, fight back. Don't fight back against people, legal agents that are doing their jobs. This camera's getting on my nerves. Don't be, these guys are doing their jobs. That's all there is to it. Fight back. Good morning, Allie. Having some camera issues this morning, but that's all right. My beautiful picture there does me some justice. You're Nazis. I bet you really don't know what Nazis are. I imagine that's probably the case. What do you mean use your constitutional rights? I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. What are we watching? Well, this is part of a video. I just wanted to play because my camera Let's see. Uh-oh, my face is back, guys. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that exciting? Here I am. Here's me face. All right, got that fixed up. That's beautiful. There we go. This is good stuff, guys. This is good stuff here. Got some a musical piece. This is going to be great. You guys are going to be glad you hung out and waited for this one. We got a musical piece by some new artists out there. I'm not sure what they call themselves. I call them the Garbage Cans. Yeah, it's my favorite jam. It's my trying to keep ice agents awake, I guess. I'm not sure. You can't really guess what these guys are trying to do. The Garbage Cans. Yeah, I think that's what their name should be, the Garbage Cans. Yeah, ideas can go in there and all sorts of stuff can go in the garbage cans. What else we got here to show you? I know there's something else going on here. Maybe I got a little discombobulated when my camera stopped working. Oh, this is excellent. Here, speaking of Pam Bondi, in defense of Pam Bondi, let's get this up here because she let them have it. Hang on now. Give it a second. I know there's a lot of Pam Bondi detractors out there. I'm not a big fan of Pam Bondi. I wasn't a fan of her when they put her in the first place. But let's see what she has to say about the actions she took going on in Minnesota.
Rape, homicide, manslaughter. That's who they're trying to protect in Minnesota. I do not understand these people. We sent Governor Walz a very strong letter today. We had been working on this letter. We got it out saying that he better support President Trump. He better support the men and women in law enforcement because if he doesn't, we are. And that's what we're doing right now.
Were there any consequences in this letter?
Well, we'll see. This is fluid. Walz a very strong letter. He better support the men and women in law enforcement.
Strong letter. Are there any consequences?
Because if he doesn't, we are. And that's what we're doing right now.
Were there any consequences in this letter?
Well, we'll see. This is fluid. Let's see how Governor Walz responds. Let's see
what
he does
we'll see.
based on this, based on what's happening right now. But this administration is going to support the citizens. We're going to support our great men and women in law enforcement.
A strongly worded letter. I'm sorry. A strongly worded letter. Make it sound intimidating. Don't care if you're a fan or not. She's doing her job. I'd like to see her do a little faster, but it's been a year, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on that nothing got taken. Nothing got fixed. I mean, we just went through the list. What was it? Epstein, Russia collusion, Mar-a-Lago raid, 2020 election fraud, Doge findings, weaponization by Biden, Twitter files, auto pen scandal, perjury by Capitol Police, FBI agents on J6, Soros, COVID. She got a few things on her plate, but it sure would be nice. Why do you commies hide your faces? We'll see. I kind of feel like Pam needs to go at this point, but I don't like switching out people either in the middle of all this stuff that's going on. So it's like, Democrats are trying to kill this country. Y'all started it when your party was founded to keep slavery around. Well, they weren't founded to keep slavery around. The Republican Party was founded to abolish slavery. But you're not far off. Tim Waltz is using y'all like Ilhan Omar, using the Somali community to commit mass fraud against the state of Minnesota. She introduced the Somali president, has her president while she's representative. Okay. Don't let the man with a gun tell you not to bring a gun. Yeah, I'm not against the fact that he was carrying. I mean, I would have probably been doing the same thing in that situation, but it's against the law. He's breaking the law. He's carrying illegally. Oops. You gotta turn the heater on here. It's getting cold in here. Submit like good boys. Where did I go? Someone said submit like good boys. There we go. It's not submission, it's compliance. There needs to be some level of compliance. You can't just fight the government all the time. Yeah, not one arrest. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Where are the arrests? Why have there not been anyone arrested or park walked yet? I get it. You want to build a case. You got to build a solid case, and you got to take your time, and you got to do. I get that. But it has been a year now. And the resources, the money that they have to put into this stuff, there should be something. Yeah, it's all game, and we're just the pawns. Both sides are playing us. Time for people to actually wake up. Nothing is what it seems.
Anyone with a brain knows this administration is lying. All you have to do is watch any of the 3 camera angles of the ICE execution.
I don't understand how you can watch those videos and still think it was an execution. Oh, wait, I do. Because you're looking at it through biased eyes. See, if I was looking at it through MAGA eyes, I'd look at that and go into it with a preconceived notion that everything was fine. There's nothing wrong with what happened here. I'm going to watch this video to prove that. But that's not what I did. I watched the video to see who's at fault. If the ICE agents are at fault, like I said the other day, they need more training. But we can't ignore that, like Frey and Waltz and all them have totally demonized ICE. And for decades, the media and politicians have pummeled and just pumped false narratives into the bloodstream of everyday Americans. False narratives that encourage division, tribal behavior, and hate between Americans. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. You say, why is this not happening in other states? It doesn't happen in Texas or Florida or Georgia or wherever else ICE has been operating. Well, why didn't it happen whenever Obama deported 3 million illegal aliens? Because it's purely political. Wake up. It's a political move. These agents, all that being said, like the left and their people are pushing people to go out there and attack ICE officers. That's the bottom line on that side. So they're encouraging all this stuff. And then you got these ICE agents that are doing the best they can. They're not trained for crowd control. They're not trained for this sort of thing. They're trained to apprehend illegal aliens, not control crowds. They need more police support. And yes, they need more training. I think that they should have had, you get the ICE agents on the street right away, but you put some in a longer term training period, maybe 6 months. And then when they get out, you get those guys out there cycled into the system while you take some of the other guys that didn't have all that training back in and give them that 6 months of training. And before you know it, you have a completely well-trained force. There are agents that aren't trained well. There are. I'll be honest about it. Like, we have to be honest. We have to be honest about it. He was licensed to carry. He was, but he did not carry his ID with him, which makes it a not illegal carry. It's an illegal carry. Because in Minnesota, if you want to carry, you have to have your ID and your license with you, your concealed carry permit or whatever. And he didn't. So he was technically carrying illegally. That's the bottom line. Yes, so I see a lot of people saying he had a concealed carry permit. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But he wasn't abiding by the rules that you have to be able to legally use that. He was illegally carrying a gun. Illegally. There was I don't know if I posted it or not. Maybe I didn't. There's another article or not article. There's another piece of evidence I had from the local law that basically said you can't take weapons to a protest either. I'm gonna see what this lady says. White liberals are about to sacrifice themselves in mass. Well, let's see what's happening here. Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, I'm thinking, I'm surprised there's no nose ring though. But she has the glasses. She got the sporadic tattoo art, but she doesn't have the nose ring. So that's, you don't know which way this could go.
They kill you anyway. They're gonna kill you anyway. Doesn't matter how well behaved you are. They're gonna kill you anyway.
So does she think that, is she trying to make people think that ICE is just walking down the street indiscriminately shooting people? Kind of like Biden's people did whenever they wanted people not to be on their porch and they started shooting pepper balls at people for standing on their own porch.
So.
Oh, she does have a nose ring. Okay. That makes sense.
I say we make them literally shoot all of us. Try it. But I say that, but they are doing it.
Sick people, man. They're sick in the head if they believe this stuff.
I don't know what else is the
Weak-minded.
2A is for.
Mental midgets.
They're gonna kill you anyway. They're gonna kill you anyway.
Keep saying
There's
it.
no right
Eventually
way to do
people will
any of
believe it.
this. It's hard when you've been. Anyway, they're gonna kill you anyway.
Cool narrative.
So you might as well
Might as well.
try,
Try what?
if you know what I mean.
Oh, you want us to try to get them? What an intelligent woman. That's true. I don't like MAGA because it's destroying the country. How is it destroying the country? I'll be curious to know how you feel it's destroying the country. So you're a hypocrite. How so? I am not. I don't think I am. I mean, the church is full of hypocrites. So I'm sure that, anyone can find that everyone's a hypocrite. Who knows? It's going to get worse, guys. Pay attention. Keep your eyes open. Be aware. Because like that lady said, guys, they're going to kill you anyway. They're going to kill you anyway. Anyway. What's the lesson here? Hey, don't get in the way of federal officers doing their job. It's pretty simple. Oh, that's a great one there.
This man grapes children. He is a registered offender.
Am I now? Okay. It's funny how people they don't have anything to say, so they bounce around these chats in the morning and they try to get people to not like the person talking because their voice is so weak that they can't shut me down. So they try to do that. It's funny. Like, I've been being called all kinds of names since, I got involved in this 5 years ago when I went out and actually protested and was, out there being active and stuff. So I've been called these names and stuff. I'm not concerned with what any of these people say, because I mean, why would you be? The lies run deep. The lies run deep with these ones. Let me see here. Pop one thing here and then. Let me get my glasses here. Oh, I got some jewels. Sent a high five. Oh, nice. I don't really understand all that, but okay. Anyway. Oops. That's terrible. You should go attack ICE about it. Right? This is going to be bad. The left wants civil war, and the right is itching for it. Yeah, I don't know, as we are. I did say a couple weeks back, I wrote an article about, the look I see in these protesters' eyes now is different than it used to be. It's a lot different than it used to be. The anger, I used to see hate in people's eyes and stuff, but now it's like a loathing of other Americans. We can't, I don't know. I just center around God, guys. They always try to take religion away, your faith away first, because that's where you can find hope that they can't take away. There's hope there that they can't take away. Civil war is not anything anyone wants. The people that are saying they want civil war don't know what that really entails. LGBT agents chasing you around. Oh, it's funny. The key moment was when he chose to resist and not obey commands. Yep. I'm too old to join ICE. Someone said, why don't you join ICE? I'm too old to join ICE. Okay, then you'll get shot under reasonable self-defense if you create a situation where the officer feels safe. It increases the legal self-defense to murder y'all. Why do you act like you do? Is someone out there putting you in a position like that? Whatever happened to personal responsibility? Why are you not responsible for putting yourself in a position where you're legally allowed to be shot by ICE? It doesn't seem that hard to not be shot by ICE. I've gone my whole life without being shot by ICE. I've been my whole life without being shot by ICE. Isn't that crazy? I think that guy wants us to know that he thinks MAGA submits to authority. Take a little 5-minute time out there, boss. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You'll be able to rip on people later today. Don't worry about it. There's plenty of normal people out here like me on the internet that you can go around and try to rip on stuff. It doesn't work on me though, so good luck and all that hubbub. Smile at a stranger. We say this every day. Faith, my wife, who's on with me on Thursdays, says this every time she's on. Smile at a stranger. Smile at a stranger. It really does something. Give someone a smile. They'll smile back, and they might smile at someone else, and then the next thing you know, everybody's in a better mood, right? God bless you. And pray for your enemies. I say that every day too. Pray for your enemies. And if when I said pray for your enemies, someone popped up and you thought, oh, I can't pray for that person, make sure you pray for that specific person. Okay? God bless you. Have a wonderful day. I will see you back here at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Hit the bell so that you see any videos I might pop out in the middle of the day. I'll pray for you. I promise that at least. All right. I appreciate that. I know you mean it as a shot at me or something like that, but I appreciate that. I'll take any prayers anyone's willing to give. We all need them. You pray for me, I'll pray for you. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Pray for your enemies. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. sharp.